to the live. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live. How's everyone doing? Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. We have a special guest today. Her name is SB News Nuggets. Yes, honey, we have a special guest. We'll be talking about depression and children they system. We have a special guest today. If you're new here, please check out the host. Please stay and have this conversation with us. Welcome to Morning Time Talk. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to the live. Yes. Welcome to the live. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. You can feel free to call in if you like. You can feel free to call in. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. Just let some more folks come in. Welcome to the live, guys. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live now. Welcome to the live. Hit the thumbs up when you guys come in. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, everyone. The live. I'm blessed. Okay, all right. So this morning topic, tell me, what do you think about this topic this morning? It is on depression and how do we overcome depression? Because depression is in all different sorts of fashion and all. There's many different depression. Many different signs, many different ways folks deal with depression. So how do we overcome it? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. This morning I'm doing fantastic. I'm having a great morning, drinking my coffee. You know. So how do we overcome depression, and how do we help someone that's dealing with depression? You know, and also why do some of our kids end up in the system and not with their parents? You know. And not with them. Yes. So tell me how you feel about it this morning. Hey Donna, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. How are you? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, Donna. So we're talking about depression and um and why do kids end up in the system? That's what we're talking about this morning. So tell me you guys' insight and how you guys feel about it this morning. That's what we're talking about. When it comes to depression, how I would say to overcome a depression, I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know it's not going to happen over time, because depression is very, very much strong. And you could be dealing with several different things when it comes to depression. You could be dealing with a lot more than just one. Some people, you know, they don't deal with death very well. They don't deal with a lot of different things very well. So basically, some folks, um, they either do a lot of shopping when it comes to depression. When it comes to depression, to take their mind off of being depressed, that's what they do. To take their mind off of being depressed, they either do a lot of shopping as well. Tell me what you guys think. I want to hear you guys' input. And also, kids in that we can prevent kids from being in the system. There's another way that we can prevent kids from being in the system. You know, how can we prevent kids from being in the system? Welcome to the live, guys. Welcome to the live. Come on, everybody. Let's have this conversation. Welcome to the live. I ended up in the system because I was a runaway at a young age. My depression makes me eat a lot. That's I've heard that is a sign of depression as well. I've heard that is a sign of depression, but to okay, so what is your depression? What caused you to feel low? What caused you to feel down that you are depressed? Well, what would cause you to feel depressed or to be depressed, and how do you overcome it? How do you fight it so that you won't be so depressed or that you won't want to move around? Welcome to the live, y'all. Feel free to check out the merchandise. Check out Hey, Miss Arnold, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to the live. We are talking about depression this morning and why do kids end up in the system. Hey, SB. Good morning. How are you? How you doing? Welcome to the live. We have our co-host in the building. Hey, we have our co-host in the building. We have our co-host in the building. SB News, go ahead and click on this link and join the screen. Go ahead and click on the link and join the screen. So, why do kids end up in the system? And why do now for depression, how do we deal with it? How do we overcome depression? You know? How do we overcome it? Some of us, we try to stay active, because I mean, I dealt with depression one time in my life when it came down to my mother passing, you know. And I also dealt with depression of being homeless one time in my life. So that was one depression. Yeah. I also dealt with that of dealing with that of one time in periodically in my life. Um, but what I did to overcome it was basically try to stay busy, kept praying, going to church, and being around positive folks. So, how do we encourage people, and how do we tell folks, you know, um, it's gonna be okay, um, it's gonna be all right? That's not the link. Wait, what? Hold on 1 second. Are you serious? Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Copy. All right, I got it. Okay, here you go. All right, try now. Try now. try now. So, how do we overcome it? How do we move forward from being depressed? Because being depressed, I've met a lot of. I gotta, I gotta hop in the shower. Got an appointment, love. Okay, cool. I met a lot of folks that is actually depressed. I that deals with depression, but one of my friends, what she does is basically she loves performing, she loves entertaining. And oh, we have a guest. Hey, good morning, SB. Wait, hold on. Is the camera on? I can't hear you. Hold on. Wait, I think your thing is mute. Wait, how do you unmute? Oh my God, why is it mute? Why is it why is it mute? Unmute your camera. It says it's mute. Talk to someone. Um, turn up the volume because I can't hear you. It's saying mute. Yeah. Talk to someone to be alone and stay busy. Absolutely. Go in and we can try this again. Oh, oh this is crazy. Someone and also um talk to someone and also be there for them. Here you go, SB. Talk to someone and try to be there for them. Yes. So talk to the person, let them know, if you go to like a counselor, but some people don't like to go to counselors. They don't like to they don't like to they don't like to go to counselors. They don't like to go to talk to a person. They don't like to do that. So what about close friends? Can we talk to close friends? Can we talk to family members? Okay, hold on. We got SB. Can we talk to family members? Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, good morning. Can you
I
hear me
can hear
now?
you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right, we're in the building. We have a co-host on the line. Welcome to the live, everybody. All right, so the topic this morning is depression and how do we overcome it. And you guys can call in on the line. You can call into SP's number. You can call into my line as well, and we can have this conversation. Also, why do kids end up in the system? I personally feel if you're a parent, if you're and you know that you are going to have a baby. Circumstances is hard for everyone, but kids should not end up in the system because that's where a child will go through trauma. A child will, for the rest of their life, would feel like they were not loved throughout their whole life because
Exactly.
they end up in the system, you
Yeah,
know, like their parents abandoned them or their mother abandoned them. So how can we prevent this and why do they end up in the system? Is it because that the mother doesn't want the child or something to happen to deal with the relationship of the parents? Because we first have to think kids doesn't really ask to be here because it takes two to make a child. So if you know you're gonna have a kid and you're gonna lay in the bed and have sex and everything, so basically you are making a child and you want to have a child. So how do we, prevent from a child being neglected and a child being, away from his parents,
Well,
you know?
there's a lot of things people can do to not, get their child in the system, because it doesn't start as soon as they just take the child in the system. A lot of people think, what did you just do? It had to be in a number of things. People, the system is not set up just to go get kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can make changes now to prevent that from happening. Like the things that you did basically like in 2019, if you were out drinking and leaving your kids at home or just dropping them off at some friend's house that you really don't know, or your boyfriends or whatever, or your family, sometimes you need to take the responsibility yourself and sit down and deal with your own kids, and then keep people out your business. There's a lot of kids being taken in the just because somebody said something and it looked it wrong. I know that to be true. But if you sit down and deal with your kids instead of telling everybody your business, letting everybody come over to the house like it's a party, it's time to grow up. And
Absolutely.
you won't have
Hmm.
those things.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, you have some parents where they have the kids, but they will still want to party, and they still want to, be drinking and smoking and doing all this different type of stuff around the kids,
Exactly. Exactly.
So um is it the fact that they got caught up and because the man told the female, oh, I don't like using condoms because I'm allergic, or I don't like using condoms because it doesn't feel right? Is that the fact because the woman was intimidated is what led them to have the baby, or she only have the baby so that she can keep the man around because she know that he was no good for her?
Well, I can only speak for myself, but I don't think a lot of people want to say women set out to have kids by a particular person because they're trying to keep them. Now, I'm not going to say that's not true, because that is true in some cases. But
Hmm.
majority of women, they get reckless when they're drinking, when they feel down, low self-esteem, and so they want to please their partner. So sex is a type of healing. Like you can, just like eating, it is sometimes it's satisfying to know that you need it or want it, or that touch that you need, because that is one of the things that we need to survive. We need love. And some people mistake love as sex.
Good
So
morning, everybody. Thank you for coming in.
so they start having that unprotected sex, and then next thing you know, you got a baby by this man, and you've got a full responsibility for the next 18 plus years.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're talking about depression. We're also talking about why do kids end up in the system, and I think it is like it's time that we do have the conversation, for children, because a child should never be away from home. A child should never have to not grow up with their parents. And I think that's one of the reasons why some people are deals with depression, because they don't know who their mother or their father is, especially if the parents gave up the child. That's
Exactly.
another form of depression, and that can bother a person for the rest of their life. That they was abandoned, there was neglect, they from birth they was never loved. So that can bother a person, and throughout life they're going to be seeking for love in a lot of wrong places, because I know a lot of folks where they deal with depression, but the way how they deal with it is they they use sex as a way for to fill the gap.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
You know.
Yes. I wouldn't, sex is very dangerous, and especially when they're not using some kind of protection, because I know people don't believe that there's certain, we used to be scared of just getting pregnant and or just having an STD, but now there's other things that can take your life out,
Oh
and
yeah,
people not
absolutely.
thinking about that. You don't want to be, not only bringing a child in the house, because we used to say, you're gonna catch something that you can't get rid of,
Mm-hmm.
and that's still true, but I think that with all the things that's going on in the world, and especially as the entertainment business showing people on TV
Good morning, Maria. How you doing?
being very reckless in things, that people think that this is how life is really is. Right? You jump in one bed, jump in another bed, jump in another bed, and that makes you, special, and it's not.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
that is just a show. That's just a story. That's somebody's, that's not how life really works. If you continue to do that, you are going to end up with something.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then, honey, listen. And then when they do get it, it's like, oh, I have an STD. I have this. I have that. I mean, listen. We have to bear in mind that there are stuff out there. There are stuff out there. There are also a lot of drinking. Yeah, true. A lot of drinking can cause a lot of damage to you. Yeah, because if a person is dealing with depression, they lead to sex, they lead to drinking, they also lead to eating. Some people lead to gambling,
Exactly.
you know? Doing well. Oh, all right, Maria. How was your New Year's? Happy New Year. Thank you for coming in. You guys share the live if you can. Share the live. Some people deal with gambling. Some people do they become what you call they become drug dealers, you know?
Yeah.
Um so they lean more to the streets because that's what they know. They lean more to the streets because that's what they know. That's who they know and that's who they grew up with. So it's like, how can we prevent kids from not um you know coming up this way and being able to grow up in a home, be safe. And I mean, a lot of things is not going to be perfect, but how can we prevent this?
Exactly. We can, they've been having all kind of programs set up. They've been talking to the kids in school. They've been talking to the kids, not only in junior high. I think now that they don't even need a permission to talk to the kids about, sex and how to prevent some things. But talking is first thing. I mean, I don't want to hear from somebody else. I basically want to hear it from my parents, my mom and my dad, or someone close to me, to explain to me what are the ramifications of me doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do that, then I think that'll lower the numbers. I've got some people in this room, Winston. Let me tell them where we're at and then give them the link, okay?
Okay.
I don't know if I can shut that down. Hey, you guys, this is SP. We're over into Winston's room. Hey, you guys, it's me, Winston. Is that it? It's me,
Yeah.
Winston. You guys know where the room is at? So I'm trying to get this up. Hey, how you doing?
Let me
I want you guys to come on over there.
I'm gonna
I got
copy
it
and
set up. So
share it. Um, how do
I
I?
don't, this boy's phone is so weird. I'm trying to put in link. Good morning. Good morning. Oh no, you don't know? Let me find the link so you guys can go where I'm at.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe Winston could come in the room and put the link in there because I'm trying to work this other phone,
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
and his phone is good morning, sipping. Good morning, Hillary. We're all in the other room. Winston's finna bring the link so you guys can come and join us. I'm trying to bring the link too, but I gotta find the room. Here we go. Okay, I found the room. Now let me find Winston's room.
Oh, you gotta put me as a mod because it won't let me.
Uh, okay, where you at, Winston? Say
Okay.
something in the room and I'll put it in there. Hey, Alina, how you doing? Okay. Okay, there you go.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Good morning, Elaine, Hillary, Beverly, LaShawn, Soldier Girl, Sippin, Chit Chat, LaShawn, Gina, Bolden, Dorsey, Beverly, Miss Wiz. Sure, it's me, B, Queen Forever. I need you
Uh,
guys to come over to this other channel. We're getting some morning tea from It's Me, Winston. We're talking about depression. We're talking about kids in the system. He's
yeah,
put
it's me.
in the chat. Did you put it
Yeah,
in there?
yeah, I did. I did.
I don't
It's in
see
there.
it. Okay.
It's in there.
Hey, Royal Jenkins.
Good morning, guys. Good morning,
Okay,
guys.
it just came in the system. We're all over. Click on It's Me, Winston, you guys, and come join us in a collab over here at
Good
It's Me,
morning, Mr.
Winston.
Wiz. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? Good morning, Mr. Wiz. Good morning, Hillary. Thank y'all for coming in. We're talking about depression.
You're fine.
We're talking about why kids in the system. Good morning. Thank y'all for coming in. Good morning. Good morning, Beverly Jackson. Good morning. Thank y'all for coming in. So we would like to know what's your insight on depression. What's your thoughts on why do kids end up in the system? If you guys want to call in, good morning, Jenkins. How you doing? Good morning. Thank you for coming in. If you guys would like to call in as well, you guys can call in and give your insight on what how you feel about depression and how do folks overcome depression and what can we do to help someone overcome depression and also kids being in the system. How can
What's
we
that call in number?
347 340 0526.
Okay. Hmm.
Yes, 0526. So if you guys want to give your insight, you can post it in the chat. Good morning, Just Teresa. How you doing? Welcome to the live. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Good morning. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about depression. We're talking about why do kids end up in the system. Yes, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Yes, welcome to the live, guys. Thank y'all for coming in. So we're talking about depression. We're talking about why kids end up in the system. How can we prevent it? How do you feel about depression and the different signs of depression? How do you feel
Oh,
you know?
now
So
I can see what's going on.
some
Okay.
kids are in the system due to depression. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I truly believe you. Because a mother could be dealing with depression and she's not capable, or the parents could be dealing with depression and they're not capable of dealing with the kids. Good morning, SB and chat. I'm glad I'm up early. Absolutely. Soldier Girl is here. Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Y'all are free to call in to give your insight, to ask questions, to be in the chat. Good morning, Hall. How you doing? Good morning, James. How you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. You guys are free to call in if you like to give your insight. How do you feel? Have you ever experienced depression? Do you have a friend that has depression, or you know someone that deals with depression? Me personally, I know a lot of folks that deals with depression. I try my best to always be there for them. You know, I myself. Good morning. Wait. Hold on. Good morning. I'm in another chat, but I shared it out myself so I can watch it after I get off to another chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I once had dealt with depression, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. When I lost my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
she was my best friend, the only parent to me that I know. And losing her was like losing, everything. So I dealt with depression for a year. And then being homeless was number one. So that alone would send anyone to depression. Good morning, Fabulous Designs on a Budget. Good morning, Rodriguez. How you doing? Thank you for coming into the live. I deal with depression due to my medical issue. Okay, but how do you overcome the depression? Do you overcome it by not letting nothing stop you, or you have some ways where you just need your time and space? Put the number in the chat. Okay, give me 1 second.
Hey, Tina and Kimberly, Roshonda, Elena, Roya, we're in the other chat. Scroll up, you'll see it's me, Winston, and we're doing a collab together. You guys come over there and join us. Just click on that. He's got the link in the chat. Click on that and come on over. We're in the other chat. That's why I'm not doing no talking, you guys. I got
All right, we
14
got someone
people.
on the line. Good morning, Carla. How you doing?
Why, good morning and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is Chacha Brady. I'm officially known in the chat box as Cha Brady. I have been listening to you here this morning while I'm trying to put a few things together.
Mm-hmm.
And good morning, SP.
Good morning.
I want to chime in on that depression thing. Let me tell you what I observed yesterday when spending the latter part of the holiday with quite a few of my friends sitting around at their home. Okay, when Thanksgiving was here,
Mm-hmm.
we had all these people that were like, yes, the holidays are getting us again, and everybody's all charged up and can't hardly get through the Thanksgiving dinner for planning for the Christmas. And Christmas looked so bad, it looked like a lot of people went into lockdown. Then here comes New Year's, and it's almost already anticipating the sun's going to be over, and we're going to have to go back to dealing with your life. So I'm just sitting there chit-chatting with quite a few of them. I realized that a lot of us experience that. They're having that high of the holidays, and now the doldrums set in because it's like, oh man, we got to go back to real life. So, and I don't know if you have encountered any of that, but that is a form of depression as well. And it's almost like, my goodness, we don't have anything to celebrate again until Valentine's.
Yeah.
But that part is, you miss out on so much of life in between.
Absolutely.
It's a matter of finding those things that give you a break, such as, I'm in the cold weather. Put on your clothes that you don't mind to get out and get a little chill and walk. Just walk, observe, and take the time to speak to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us human beings are in that same state. And then to add to that, it's almost a thing that you don't want to look at the news the last couple of days because there's too much to the violence going on in our world, besides the not so good war situations that look like it's setting up, for further anguish. On top
Absolutely.
of that, we have to worry about the young people. And I mean by that, I have a friend who had 3 children that are with her coming from foster care.
Mm-hmm.
Their age range is from 2.5 years old to 15. And I can't help but think about what it is SP and Station is trying to do to help young people.
So we
Because the
have
mom is here.
a comment. We have a comment from someone that says, yes, some feels like there's nothing to look forward to after the holidays. Absolutely, because after the holidays, the high is over. There's no type of enjoyment. So how do we keep our friends and family that deals with depression, happy, and how do we give them something to look forward to in life?
Yeah. Well, in my case, I live in the countryside.
You're mute.
But between my home and others. So I still make it my business to get myself out of the doldrum to go and knock on the door. Oh, we have this little call we do in the countryside that goes like, "Are y'all off to the parade?" We say it nice and loud, and then either comes to the door or the window. And that looks like it helps people. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're in this world alone.
Yeah. We have
And I want to get back to one thing and then I'm going to let you go here.
Mm-hmm.
SP has a proposal for a thing that she wants to do with the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to help them with their children.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was saying is I have a friend who has kids doing foster care. But it seems like, to me, it seems like the money game. Because there's always, this one wants to go with the auntie. This one wants to spend the weekend with the auntie. Oh, I hate when school is out. I hate all that negativism that the children are hearing. Besides the fact that you're physically displaying how special it is for them to be around you, what do the children think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm constantly trying to pick her to the side and let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Me and her, not the children involved. And oh my God, this morning, first thing, are you coming down here to get these kids? School doesn't start back until Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, sure, we can go and do some family thing, all of us.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just going to stay here in the bed while you take them. And I said, okay, that's another subject we'll talk about when I get here. But I'm so happy you're on here with this particular subject this morning because it needs a lot of attention.
For real. Yeah, kids do need attention. They need a lot of attention. They need love. They need caring. They need a lot. They need a lot of attention.
And I'm going to say this one last thing. I was number 7 of my parents' 14 siblings. Number 7, and I felt love from all directions. Mm-hmm. Even though in later life, religion took part of them here. Mm-hmm. Part there to totally segregate us. Mm-hmm. But I'm the crazy one. I still approach them, travel to visit them, give them the world touch hugs, and then pray about it and move on. So I want you to have a blessed day as is normal for both of you. The soldier girl, I don't know if she's in the box or not, but I am sending her a hug also. Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in.
All right, so that was our first caller. So I wanted to go back up to try to read some of these comments. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, so we had Rodriguez. She said, "I'm very depressed because on the 23rd, right before Christmas, ACS lady came and knocked on my door stating a case that my husband hit our 8-year-old son. I'm very sad. Oh my God. That is
Oh,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
wow.
To even have like a a situation like that, like 2 days before Christmas is crazy. That can blow anybody's mind to be upset, to lose your mind, to where knowing that they're coming to take your child on Christmas, and even if they have bought Christmas gifts and you just want to see a smile on the child's face because and then that's another thing. If the child doesn't belong to you and the
Mhm.
child is not yours, and I mean it doesn't come from both parents, don't put your hands on somebody's child.
Exactly. You know, it's funny how somebody from that system can come in because somebody made an allegation and set your whole world up. But I mean, it can cause you problems for years and
Yeah,
get
it
your
can.
child taken away.
It can. As long as you report, as long as you report it. Hold on one second. We got one more comment. I know people that do not send cards like we used to, but it could be good solution to send a beautiful card and let them know you're thinking of them and you love them. Friends and cards, let them, yeah, cards and a phone call and a letter would let someone know that you thinking about them, that you care about them, because even to folks that's in jail sometime too, because when you know someone that's in jail or someone that's away for a long period of time, you it would help them because they do sometimes feel like they are depressed. If like some folks that are in jail, even though that they know that they did something wrong, they do get depressed because they're away from family for a long time, you know? So it,
Exactly.
it does weigh a depression on people in different ways. Okay, wait, hold on. Just found your channel. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay, wait. Good morning. I'm so depressed in this morning. I feel like taking this bottle of pills and just sleeping this Sunday will be my dad's 89th birthday and I miss him terribly. Okay, I really can't pronounce your name, but sweetheart.
That's sexy diva Nikki.
Oh, sexy diva Nikki. Okay. What I do when I'm thinking of my mom, because it's going to be a lot of years that she's been gone, and what I normally do, is I go shopping. I leave the house. I take myself shopping. I take myself out so that I won't be be around pictures, be around anything that would remind me of her. And I take myself shopping. By the end, I stay out all day so that I won't even be in the house. And if someone calls me or reminds me that it's her birthday or the day that she passed, I normally just avoid the phone call. It don't work for everyone. But good morning, Bree. How you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. It don't work for everyone, but it works for me. If you would like to call in and speak how you're feeling, you can do that as well. If you would like to try it and see if it works, sometime by going to the beach and letting go a balloon would help you as well. Sexy diva, please do not. We're here for, yes, we are here for you, and please do not do that. We are here for you. Please don't do it. We all here love you, and this is why I thank God for Morning Time Talk. We are here. Please don't. We are here. Moderators, please welcome the folks to the chat. Please keep the chat clean. Please welcome to the folks. Please keep the chat clean. Moderators, please you know maintain the chat. So yes, sexy diva, you are too beautiful. You're wonderfully made. We love you. SP and I love you. So If you have to cry, just cry. If you have to yell, just yell. But don't don't do a bottle of pills because it can harm you more than what good it would do. So don't do that. Yes. All right. Anybody have any questions, any comments, concerns, any questions for myself or SP? How's everybody feeling this morning? Any questions? The topic is it's been a year. It's been a year. He's been gone. I know I'm losing someone and especially when it's a fresh passing, it's gonna take you time for you to get over it. It's gonna take you time to get over it, but what you can do is remember the happy memories, remember the good times, do stuff that you love doing, that's your favorite things doing. Um, my best friend wanted my best friend wanted to take her life for days ago, and I woke up at 3 a.m. with this call. I went to her house, and she was sitting there with her hand full of oxy. She wanted to up, open up about it. Wow, wow. So what
Mhm.
did you do, Daniels? Sexy Diva, keep yourself busy. 5 things that you like to do. I know it's some people that really care about you too. This too shall pass. Do things that you like doing, and the day would pass, the moment, the feeling would pass. If you like cleaning, you like cooking, if you like you know going to see a movie, do things that you love doing. Sexy Diva, you're in my prayers. I lost my mom at 21 in
Mhm.
1995. She was 56, complications of diabetes, and I'm now 46. I miss her very much, but God and my prayers gave me the strength to go through. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you lose a parent, and you and that parent are like best friends, especially a mother, it would stick with you for the rest of your life. It would stick with you for the rest of your life. Absolutely, it would stick with you for the rest of your life. you know it would stick with you for the rest of your life, and it would be with you for the rest of your life. I feel like everybody's ignoring me. um Hold on. Did I miss any comments from you? Did I miss any comments from you? Hold on. Wait, hold on. It's wait. I brought her from home with me 2 days to watch her, but she won't open up about her depression. I'm scared for her. Been my friend since 6th grade. Oh wow. It's good. It's good to go out into nature as well. If it's out, ground bare before feet, the earth, and I'm a certified yoga instructor as well. I work out with the mental health community. Absolutely, like doing yoga, Zumba, those different stuff. SP, it helps folks take their mind off of what they're going through. Also, listening to music,
Right.
it helps a person take their mind off of what they're thinking about. A lot of times what I do when I'm feeling down and depressed, I listen to a lot of gospel music.
Hmm.
I do. I listen to a lot of gospel music. I stay.
You know, one thing I do is I reach out and help other people some kind of
Mhm.
way, even if it's just opening the door or just giving them a compliment or just going over raking the yard, cutting the grass, or taking them to the store. I feel good about myself after that.
Yeah, because it's a feeling that you're going through, and you have to let it out. And if you cry, it's gonna make you feel worse. It's gonna make you feel like no one cares, no one understands you, no one loves you, no one wants to be there for you. But if you do other things, you're gonna know that you still matter. You're gonna know that you still are around, you know?
Mm.
So um wait, hold on. Yes, you did miss a comment at 8:17. I did miss a comment. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait. 8:17. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going.
Sometimes music can make you feel good.
Yes, it can. I'm going back to the comment.
Yes,
I'm going
music
back.
is a drug. Sometimes it can make you feel the opposite though too. Make you do things you don't want to do.
Yes, it does. Okay, wait. I seen the comment. I seen it. I spent a lot of time alone, so I stay depressed all the time. I feel lonely even in a crowd. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay. Hmm. So how do we help you to overcome this situation? Do you like listening to music? Do you like taking walks? Do you like going to the beach? Do you like, do you what kind of pets do you like? Human to human, soldier girl, none of us is without fault. There just know that there is always those who care. Absolutely. 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 Yes, I listen to my gospel music all the time, but just to make me want my dad more and want me to be with him because I told him to not leave me. Listen, let me tell you, when I lost my mom, my one prayer was not to see her take her last breath. And my mom was on a ventilator.
Mm.
So she she went from good to bad when she was in the hospital, and she could not even talk when she was at her worst. So basically what happened was, she would blink her eyes, she would try to say that she loved us and everything, but basically when she did pass, she was supposed to go to Florida Jackson Memorial, and from the Caribbean, and they were supposed to airlift her, but it didn't happen. I was getting some food, and she passed. So I didn't see her go. That was one of my prayers,
Yes.
that I didn't see her go, so that I won't get the vision of or the sight that she left. Although she was laying there when I went to check, identify her, and hold on, am I missing any comments? Moderators, please help me keep up with the comments. Okay. Tough one once then. Yes, it was a tough one. Sorry for your loss. Um, Meditation, speak to God out loud. Crying is out and doing something that will put you a smile on your face. Everyone grieves differently, different period of times. Absolutely, that is what Bree said. Everyone grieves different. Good
Right.
morning, good morning, Hot Sauce
Thank
Junkie.
you.
Thank you for coming in.
You know
Um,
what, Winston? When you were talking about your mom and you just did not want to see her in her last days, it was totally opposite for me. Let me just share a little bit with you. I had a young lad staying with me. His parents kicked him out. He was mixed, and his dad was a dealer, and his mom ticked the dealer over her son. He's a good kid. I let him stay in my house, and but he did some reckless things. So one day I came home. He was parked. I parked in the driveway. He parked behind me in the driveway and then he left. I got the call that my mother was in the hospital. I could not move my car, leave or whatever. And I was so frustrated. I did not get to see my mother leave. I was so angry. It kept building and building. I didn't take it out on the child then, but I can feel my anger towards him because I did not get to see my mother before she passed away. She passed away by herself. I was so angry. About 3 months later, I kept telling my son, you're going to have to tell him, because I'm angry. I couldn't get over it. But he was a good kid. He didn't know that he blocked me in the driveway and I didn't get to see my mother. And then later on, you know, he was getting money and everything. So he got his own apartment and he finished school. Well, I helped him finish in the high school. But luckily, as time passed, I had to understand I was not supposed to see her pass.
Yeah.
I was not supposed to see her pass. But
Absolutely.
I didn't know it at the time. I wanted to, and I didn't want to take it out on this child, but I knew my heart was not getting softer, and he needed a place to live and everything. But I did go into depression at that particular time when I could not see my mother, but I had to learn that I was not supposed to see her.
Yeah, I see. Sometimes we don't understand why God put us in a situation. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, the year my mom passed, I was supposed to be going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down there to St. Thomas for vacation. I had already knew in my heart that she was gonna leave. I didn't know when, but long story short, we don't know why some stuff happens. And however it happens is because the good Lord knows that you can't take the pain and you can't take the depression and the agony, you know? Yeah. That's a hard situation, SP. Yes, God protects and we must not, and we may not understand if it's, yeah, God do protect us and we may not understand. But
Okay, Winston, I've got like 18 people over here in the chat, and I don't know if your link done left, but they're asking, can you put it back in there so that they can come over also?
Okay, hold on one second. Hold on, let me.
Oh yeah, Biz. I'm not a really sad person when it comes to situations like that. I didn't know how I was going to take that, but when the young lad did that, you know, I could not get over it. I cried, and I was like, I don't want to take this out on this kid. I don't want to take it out on him because he needs a place to live. He's a good kid, but I'm so angry and I couldn't get over it. I let him stay with me at 3 more months, but I let him know every month, make sure you have your money because, you know, I know how I was feeling deep down inside. I was just angry with him.
Yeah.
Who parks behind somebody and I can't leave? You know?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we don't understand the reason why God do stuff, but good morning. Thank y'all for coming in. Good morning. We don't understand the reason why the Lord do stuff, but at the same time, he does it in a way to protect us from being hurt, to protect us from dealing with things. Hold on. We have one comment. I understand it takes a strong person to overcome your own feelings. It does. It truly does. It takes a strong person to overcome your own feelings. It really does. Good morning. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. We will understand it better later. Absolutely. It does take a strong person to overcome your feelings. It do. It absolutely do. Hey, pretty doll. Welcome to the live. Thank y'all for coming in. Welcome to the live. It does take a strong person to overcome feelings.
Hey, Mama for Babes, Pretty Salsa, Soldier Girl, Malaysia, Joyce, Cheryl Brady, Karen Grant,
Good morning,
Kimberly.
Miss. Good
Thank you
morning, Miss
guys for joining
Johnson.
in
How
the
you doing? Thank you
business.
for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. Hold on, we gotta comment. It's so hard to be without our loved ones. We never get over it. We just learn that it's God will. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Soldier girl, good morning. I lost my mom in September, and I'm depressed. Yeah, you losing someone around that time because you're going into to the holiday season is not good. It's not good. It's not
Hmm.
good. We just have to know that it will pass, and we just have to keep ourselves busy, you know, keep ourselves. It's okay to go to therapy and or try meds. Yeah, that's good too. To go to therapy and also try medication.
I think therapy is a really good thing. A lot of people may be like, oh, I don't want to go to a therapist. They be all in your, you know what? You need somebody to talk to that is not going to be all in your business, opinionated. I've been to a therapist before. I sat in with other people. And to be honest with you, it's a very good support system. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm like, wow. I'll be like, I don't want to, I heard the same thing over and over and over. No, they just sit there and they listen and listen. Sometimes you just need to talk it out and get it out.
You know what could cause another person to be depressed too? If they found out that they have a chronic illness.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That if they found out that they have a chronic illness, like let's say cancer, HIV, or
Yeah.
lupus,
It can happen just that.
yeah, yeah,
Any of
that.
us.
If they found out they have a chronic illness, they or the 5 minutes that they leave the doctor's office, they would become depressed because they're gonna think their whole life is over.
And you know what, Winston? The funny thing, and something just came in my head, and I don't usually get that, but I need to say that. You know how when, and I know everybody can understand that, how when you tell somebody a story, you be like, oh, the doctor just told me I had cancer. They don't want to talk about what the doctor just told you. They come out and say, oh, girl, I just had that last year. You know what I'm saying? That's not the type of help they need. Every time when somebody tell you something happened to them, now all of a sudden you want to tell them your story. They try to come for your help, and then you're sitting there telling them your bad story. That's why
Hmm.
sometimes to go to therapists where they will literally sit there. That's what their job is to do. Sit there and listen to you.
Hmm.
I'm just saying because if you know what? Because my son told me. He said, I said, my friend sometimes she calls me all the time with all this negative or something. And my son said, Mama, only thing you got to do is when after she tells you her bad story, you tell her your bad story. And I was like, no, that don't work, but it does work. She said back. I said, Lord have mercy. This is what people do. They
Yeah.
don't really want to hear what you got to say. They want you to listen to what's going on with them.
Exactly. And see, instead of we as people, sometimes, and I tell people it's better to do more listening than more talking sometimes because a person as a friend, if you're gonna be a true friend, a true person to somebody, a true cousin, a true whatever, sometimes that person just needs you to sit there and just need you to listen because they need somebody to vent to, they need somebody to talk to, they need somebody to hear them out. Not you always talking about you, not you always, it always have to be about you, you know. Can we get an amen? Yes. Good morning, Stefan. How you doing? Yes, soldier girl. Yes. So I mean, like, come on, sometimes you need somebody to listen to you. And me personally, so I was worried about my dad and my brother. I had to took back off because their frustration made it worse. Absolutely. Yeah. So basically if we're somebody's friend or somebody's family member, we have to do more listening to the person than what talking. Do more listen. You're mute. Do more listening than what talking. You know. Okay. Hold on once. Let me see. I had I had a heartfelt and I perked the lady and a train and the conversation after so many others. Oh, you're from New York? Convinced me to keep up my mind. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kimberly Robbins, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're gonna take off. We're gonna take offering now. Yes, honey. We're gonna take an offering. Yes. We're gonna take an offering, honey. Because everybody needs encouragement. Everybody needs to be uplifted. And that's one thing I call Leo. When he's trying to make somebody happy, he would laugh, he would make them feel better, tell a joke, he would listen to music, you know. And you always know when he does a video, he'd be like, "Yo, it's your boy Leo."
Yeah,
You always know
I love it.
when he does a video. Even if you sad and depressed, you're gonna be happy when you see me and him, honey. Yes, honey.
Exactly.
So,
The Ben says we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
exactly. We need to do more listening than what talking. Sometimes a person does not need you to, oh, I just went to this place. I just went to France. I'm like, girl, come on. This person is down and down and down to the rock bottom where they feel that the world is just climbing in on them. They need somebody to listen. They need to get it out. They need to cry. They need to vent. They need to just, they need somebody to hold them and let them know it's going to be okay.
Exactly.
You know? But sometimes we as people, we don't know how to just shush and just not say anything. And then when the person say, oh, how do you think? How do you feel? What do you think? Finding a hobby can help too. Yeah, finding a hobby absolutely help, Mr. Wiz. Yeah, yes, they do. And yeah, for real. Finding a hobby absolutely helps. You
Exactly.
know, you know, finding a hobby would help. You know,
Hmm.
absolutely. People need to listen sometimes to what a person gotta say. Oh yes, brother, we can get an amen. Hallelujah. Yes, honey.
Amen.
And then sometimes what people normally do when they're dealing with depression, they get pets, they get cats, they get dogs, and it helps them to deal with the love and the affection that they're missing. Good morning, your boy Leo. Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. You know, so yes, I stopped posting on Facebook because of people were comparing themselves to me. Really? Get out
Mm,
of here.
mm. She
Really?
must be jealous.
For real, they must be jealous, honey. Listen, they must be jealous. Wow, wow. God loves and God bless. To God does to you. Absolutely, but it's okay to have everyone realize that hold on. Yes, Leo saying my role in this life is to listen to my friends and love it. They may just be blessed. Absolutely. Having a person that can listen is a great friend. SB News Nuggets, you've been through a lot. Maybe you can tell people how you were able to move forward. Move
Oh,
forward.
okay. Well, just Teresa, to be honest with you, I have not told you guys all the stuff I really went through. And I don't know if you know, but I was out on my own since I've been 14. But I keep
Really?
Yes, yes. Since 14, my mother picked my stepdad over me, and I stayed with my aunt until my aunt passed away. And then I ended up with an older man just so that I can survive. And I knew about all the abuse and all those things, but it just so happened that he was not a bad man. He did teach me how to be a woman, teach me how to be a good mother, teach me how to clean, cook, and everything, because he wanted somebody to do all that stuff. So he had to teach it to me. I was only with him because I was too young to get my own apartment. But I tell you what, I knew when I was 5 years old that I belonged in the church. I loved the music. I loved everything they talked about. I wanted to know more. And I continued to backslide, but I kept coming back. I kept coming back. And I just know that that's where I'm supposed to be at. So to be honest with you, he never left me. I've left him a couple of times, but that's where I got all of my answers from, is trusting in him, not nobody else. I don't care who you are. I don't trust nobody else, because he said he'll never leave me nor forsake me.
Exactly.
I keep that in my heart, and I don't care what nobody else do to me. I know that as long as I got him, the whole world against me is nothing.
Honey,
I got him.
twist.
And that's how I make it through all the things I go through. And trust me, when I start telling you guys all the things I've been through and seen, you guys are going to be like, there's no way. Yes, way. And you know what? I've made it through the rain. It rained on the just and the unjust. It doesn't matter how good you are and what you do.
Absolutely.
Things are going to happen. And should not get all upset about it, because trust and believe there's somebody in this world worse off than you.
Yes.
And people be sitting there, I had to give my kid a peanut butter sandwich. You know what? There's some people that's eating cardboard and dirt.
Honey, there's some people that can't even eat.
Exactly. And you complaining about peanut butter?
This is why I tell people every day, I'm not ashamed to tell a person, come to my house, I'll give you a plate of food. I may not be able to shelter you, but I'm not ashamed to give you a plate of food. I'm not ashamed to say, or give you clothes that I've already worn, make sure that they're clean and make sure that they're washed and pressed and everything. Because when you know that you've been down that road where you never had, you never whatever, and don't be ashamed to give back, or don't be ashamed to look out for the next person, because it could happen to any of us today. We could lose our house in a fire. We could lose an apartment in a fire, God forbid, or something can happen,
Exactly.
Like when 9/11 happened, that's another situation by itself.
Woo! Yeah, it sure was. And you down there where it happened, and it affects people in the Midwest. It affects people in the West Coast, and it all trickled down. I lost when that happened, and I seen that everybody can remember where they were when 9/11 happened. Because it was just that traumatic.
I mean, we all have a story. I have a story, because before I have the job I have now, before I started YouTube, before I met Leo, before I even came, before I actually have a stable place in New York, I was homeless. All because of who I am, or the lifestyle, or because I decided to follow my truth. Because to be honest, I do have a brother that live in New York, but can I live with him? No, because he doesn't accept me. So I became homeless. And that was one of where I said, okay, once I found myself a place and once I got myself together, I said, okay, I'm going to make sure that people I know don't become where I was. If you live long enough. Okay, we have a lot of comments. I'm sorry, guys. Moderators, make sure we keep up with the comments, guys. We keep up with the comments. Humble beginnings is a blessing. Yeah, absolutely. Humble beginnings is a blessing. Yeah. I mean, we all have a story. It's okay. I know that's horrible, but it's all worked out together for your good. Yeah, everything worked out together for you're gonna. We also have to remember. Leo says this all the time. With God, all things are possible, and we can do all things. So we have
Exactly.
to we have to remember that we can do all things. Even though if you're going through today and you only have $10 in your pocket, the next day you're gonna have $500. You have to
Exactly.
keep saying, I'm gonna have more.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, and I think the biggest problem, I was just reading one of the comments, and I think the biggest problem I had was I was taught that every time that I asked God for something, I was going to get it. And so when I didn't get it, and it was something I really knew that I needed, like I wanted my family, or I wanted my brother not to die, or I wanted somebody to quit hitting me or something, and it didn't happen, then I got angry with God,
Mhm.
and so I had to realize that those things were happening not because of him, but for me to trust him. But not only that, it was me making those bad decisions. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Being angry because I should have been forgiving at the time. I did end up forgiving my mother, and like I said, I paid for her house and everything and let her stay there, and we had a really good relationship after I turned 25. But I mean, I missed a whole childhood. I could have had scholarships and everything, and I wonder how my life would have went had I been accepted. So sometimes the reason why sometimes people set out and start certain groups, that's because they've been there before. I don't want somebody to take their child and dump them off or give them to somebody else or kill them, because I could have been that person. That's why I adopted a child, because I know I wanted to help somebody that don't have to go through what I went through with not having love in, people, their family, their own family members do not love you, and they pick other people over their own children. I get it.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
hurts. It
Absolutely.
hurts.
Absolutely. Hey, Megan, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. And that's why it's always good to adopt kids, because they need the love, they need the affection. But another thing, not to put someone over your own kids, because it's not good. And then oftentimes we have to remember, when you ask the Lord for something, He's not going to always give it to you right there and then. And
Mm-hmm.
especially if you don't need it, and he sees that you he sees that you keep repeating a cycle over and over and over and over and over again, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna wait until when he sees, okay, it's time for you to stop doing this, it's time for you to stop making the same mistake, and it's time for your breakthrough, then that's when he's gonna give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
morning talk is deep. Yeah, yeah, it's very deep this morning. Thank you for coming in.
And
Yes,
so,
honey.
and when people go through, they don't know. When they see you and they see you now, they be like, oh, that person drive this car, or oh, that person have this or have that. And they're jealous. You do not want to walk in my shoes. You do not know where I've been.
How was
I would never tell
Oh,
nobody
child.
everything I've ever been through. I can't do it.
Honey,
It's too dark. You can't
honey,
handle it.
honey. Speak, yes, speak. I'm telling you. Good morning, angels. How you doing? Welcome to the light. The child. I'm telling you, a lot of people feel like, oh, you haven't been through nothing. I've been through a whole lot, and I've been through this, and I've been through that. I'm like, girl, I'm like, take a day down my shoes, and you will see. Take a mile in my shoes, and you will see what I've been through.
Exactly. I mean, it's I get, even like my daughter that I did adopt, and I tell people that because she already know I'm not the one that told her. Her biological parents told her because they wanted her to be, rebel against me, and she has. But I mean, nevertheless, at least she didn't get thrown in the trash. And you know what? I thank God for the little things. She'll understand when she get grown up. She's already starting to understand now. Dang, mama, You know, first she told me, I don't want to call you mama because you're not my mama. Now, I done raised this girl since she's been 2. She's 17 now. Well, guess what? Okay, well, go on over there. Go on over there and see how it is. Now she's like, Mama, I'm sorry. I know you are. Now now you see what I'm saying. I kept you from all the elements of the dangers that you could have been through because I know what's going on out there. I know how these families that has foster kids, I know what they're doing to them. And you didn't have to go through that. Now you done had this good life, and now you seeing what the real world is about because I know that you want to be a part of your biological family, but you don't have to sit back and bash the family that's been there 100%. I put my house up for you.
Oh, no.
Yes. But I tell you what, she got sense now.
That's your house.
I was going to get that child no matter what. I got laid off on the day that they handed me that child, and I didn't have no way to pay that attorney.
Get out of here.
Yes. And I told her, I said, don't worry. I want that child. So, you know, some people are not going to be appreciative. They don't have that appreciative spirit. They don't know what you kept them out of. They don't understand it. But when she gets older, now, right now, like I said, she done turned back around. You know, she's like, she's of age now. Okay. You know, but what I'm saying is it hurt me when and I'm just telling you guys, it hurt me because she told me, she said, you're not my mama. That hurt. That hurt. And I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I just want her to know that I wasn't trying to be your mama. I was just trying to be your provider because that's what the Lord led me in my heart to do.
Exactly.
I don't need a pat on my back. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have to have 15 other men having you, screwing with you, messing with you, playing with you, and your brother, in your foster parents, and you switching over here, and then your behavior becomes all nonchalant, like you're a menace to society, and you don't understand why you all just so, I gotta wear my clothes like this, and I gotta show my tail, and I gotta drink my worries away. I don't want you to have to go through that.
Absolutely. Good morning, Jamaican Queen. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Absolutely.
And this girl was an honor student here.
Absolutely.
And you never know, even though that I raised her, it doesn't matter. You never know. People, they get angry with you. Sometimes they get angry with you and think you're the reason why they're not with their biological parent. No, I'm not the reason why you're not with your biological parents. You're not with your biological parent because they can't put the pipe down.
Honey? Yes, honey.
Oh, Lord.
And
I still love her. I still love her. And I still see her and I still let her come home and everything. But I'm just saying, people, it doesn't matter if they're friends, family, they will still hurt you and you will go under the spirit of depression. And it's not a good thing.
Exactly. You will. You would definitely will. You would definitely. Sometimes, like a previous comment, you do have to remind a person where they came from and what you did. You have to remind them, listen, you was this and now you not, you was that and now you're not that. Exactly.
And everybody know when you're dealing with a child that's in the system, even though that she was 2, you think that she would not have known about sexual things. Well, we did a story and we were talking about, and I know you guys remember the story where the man, he somehow mistakenly hit his 3-year-old daughter and had encounters with her and thought it was the mother. Okay. Okay, that's a big fabulous lie, but those kids understand that. But one thing he did say, and I'm going to tell you guys, he said that his wife went to the bathroom and then the 3-year-old climbed up in the bed and started performing whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. And everybody was like, nobody didn't really say nothing. But let me tell you something. When kids go through things of that nature, they know. They know. So it probably wasn't unheard or unseen for the little girl to climb up in the bed and do these things. She's been doing them before. That's all she knows. That's the love that she felt. And it wasn't that he didn't know that was the little girl. She's just used to that.
Oh yeah. Especially if it's like domestic violence in a family, it's the children sees it. And this is why they say, be careful what you say around a child, be careful what you do around a child, be careful of what you do, because the children will see it, and the children do have feelings. And
Right.
if they see that you're beating on the mother, you're abusing the mother is doing something to the father, you're telling the kids, or your father is the dog and this and that, the children will hear it and they will want to know why.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You know?
Kimberly said, he's a lie. He is a liar. He
Honey,
knew that was his baby.
listen.
Stuff like that make me sick. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean to get all heated, but this is a good topic. I love it, Winston.
Oh, listen, anytime you want to come back, you can come back, honey. Thumbs up to that, honey. In the words of Just Teresa, so clap to that, honey. Anytime you want to come back, you are welcome. We have kids copy who and what they see. Absolutely. Kids do copy what they see. Because
Yes,
you
they
have
do.
nowadays, I'll be outside and I swear my eyes be blown. Because back in my day when I growing up, I could not wear my pants below my waist. You want to talk about, my mother would run out her house with her nightgown on, and she would whoop me from head to toe if I even had my pants below my waist.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Then you have some females where the skirt is above, like way above their knee, instead of their skirt being below their knee, and then they're wearing these pom-pom shorts. I'm like, listen, back in my days when I was growing up, we couldn't do all of that.
Mm-mm.
You
And
know?
we turned out okay. These kids, we're trying to be friends instead of being parents, and these kids is doing everything. And then we wonder why they coming up missing. They coming up missing because you letting them stand out at night. They're coming up missing because you're letting them wear whatever they want to wear. They're coming up missing because they're talking back to you, and you're not putting them in their place. You're being their friend and not their parent.
Honey, and then you have the kids raising kids now.
Exactly.
Honey, and then you got the kids raising kids, and the kids don't even know how to raise kids, and then they be like, oh, can you watch my child, and da 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 da. And then when the child gets to crying, they want to tell the child, shut the fuck up, and yada. I'm like, oh my, I'll be on the bus, SB News, clutching my pearls, honey. I'm like, whoa, just yell at that child.
Exactly.
Honey, I'll be on the bus clutching my pearls, and she be like, sit the fuck down. Why you always yelling?
Yeah.
Your father? I'll be, oh my God.
Yeah. And the kid picks up everything that how you talk, and that's they think it's okay. And then you want to stick in front of somebody and you get embarrassed because they done told you to shut the F up. Then now you mad.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I show to my kids from everybody. Now my adult daughter, oh my God, comments are moving so fast. Lord Jesus. My adult daughter are, yeah, I totally agree with you. Oh my God, I gotta find your name. Fabulous 5-star. I totally agree with you. Parents disrespectful to their children. Hard, yeah, Kimberly. So listen, my mom used to always say, stop cursing in front of me and my sister. My father he was a curse. His mouth was filthy, you know? And then even sometimes I see on the bus and on the train here in New York where the kids, they would tell their mother, their parents, oh, F you, go to hell, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. The minute I would tell my mother F you is the minute she throws something at me.
Exactly. Exactly. And your parents was Jamaican, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't play that.
They don't play that. Mm-mm. They do not play that. Mm-mm. They do not play that. If I wait, hold on. We got comments going on here. If I put
Thank you, Rebecca.
on some mini skirt or some tight shorts when I was little, my mom would kick. Honey, talk about kick butt. Listen, my mother told me when I was going to school. She said you have seven. She said you have a uniform for a week. You have one pants to wear for 2 days and then another shirt for the next day. She said when the way you leave this house is the way you come back home. You don't
Mhm.
you don't come home with the uniform dirty, nothing on the uniform. I could not get my uniform dirty. She said you don't borrow nothing to nobody, you don't give nobody nothing. Listen.
Mhm.
I couldn't make no stops neither because she know every teacher phone number.
Exactly.
hmm
Exactly.
Every teacher's phone number. She know every neighbor of whose child went to the same school with me. Listen.
You know, the funny thing, you just said that, and the funny thing, my mom used to tell all the women what we done did. And, that was so embarrassing. But, like sometimes when we do something before we get home, we done got a whooping. Come here, girl, let me talk to you. And next thing I know, they done whoop me and I done went around the corner. They said, come in, I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to go straight home. All my mama's friends knew what we done did. And you know what? When I raised my kids, I would tell my friends what my kids done did, and they say, "Mama, don't tell them what we done did." But it kept them from doing stuff because they were so embarrassed.
Yeah. Listen.
Yep.
Yeah, people like the back then they would tell the teacher can beat you, and then you go home, and then the parents can beat you. Listen.
Kimberly said that shoe would be coming down the hallway after me.
Honey.
Exactly. You better not. See, our parents could have been wrong, but we knew to keep the respect there. These kids now, they want to tell you off and stuff, and I don't know what's going on.
Then another thing what I don't like with some of the kids being in the system and they have foster parents, and I even see it in New York City, Jersey, everywhere. You have some of the foster parents where, and even with some parents they get they get, what's it called, that oh Lord, Jesus, at the tip of my tongue. When the father has to pay the mother his child support. So, and even with the foster parent and child support. So,
or alimony?
Child support.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see the kid and you see the mother. The mother got this new hairstyle and the Fendi bags and the Gucci bag and the Prada, but then you have the child looking a hot mess.
Oh, that burns me up. That burns me up. If anything, you'll see me, I'll be looking at a hot mess. My kids be dressed. Matter of fact, that's why I don't really celebrate holidays and things of that nature, because I don't want to take the focus off of what I'm supposed to be doing, especially taking care of my kids or my husband or whatever. I just don't even celebrate it that way. But when it comes down to the kids, my kids be dressed. They be looking good. I'll be looking a hot mess. They be, Mama, can you go put some clothes on or do something to your head or whatever? But my kids be down. Looking good. And I think, I didn't have my kids when I was younger. Like, even though that I was out on my own since I was 14, I didn't have my first child until I was 26. That's when I spoke to my mother again. And I had older women that I cling to learn the things, how to raise my kids. They'd be like, girl, don't you bring that baby out without no t-shirt, or wrap that baby up too tight or whatever. You know what? I didn't be like, they're my kid, you don't tell me. No, I was like, yes, ma'am, because I know you're telling me something I need to know. Because the people that were supposed to be telling me, they doing their own life. I don't know what they doing. They doing something. My mother ended up with diabetes, had her feet cut off and everything. And then she had a heart condition. They had put a foreclosure on my mother's house. I was probably I had both of my kids by then. Do you not know I moved out of my rented house while I was having my house built? I was having my house built at the time. I moved out. I was age 30. I had both of my kids. I moved out of my house and I went and stayed with my mother, put all my stuff in storage, stayed with my mother for 1 full year while they was building my house, and gave her every last one of my checks. And I paid her house off in 1 year.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paid her house off in 1 year. I gave her, but you know, I was working at Boeing, you know, that's a big aircraft company. And actually I was a computer programmer. So I made really, really good money. And I told my mom, I said, they're building my house, but and my mother me and my mother had just got back into conversating with each other just because I had the kids. She was just too busy bingoing and, you know, and things of that nature. And I just told her, I said, she called me up and she said, they're foreclosing my house. And she said, I'm gonna have to come live with you. So I'm like, that's not gonna work. We need to always, it doesn't matter all the anger I had, my mother, I still had to take care of her because, you know, she could have got rid of me or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, regardless, that's still my parent. I still have to love her because she didn't get rid of me, but I went through heck in HE double hockey stick because of some decisions that she made. But I still love my mom, and I was there. I paid her house off. And then after that, I took care of her. I made sure that she had everything she needed, and made sure everything, you know, the ramp was on the porch, and took her to all the doctor's appointments, and I was there for her 100%.
Absolutely.
And all the anger that I had, I didn't have it no more. But until I got grown, I kind of understood why she did what she did. As a child, I thought she just picked the man over me, and she didn't believe what I told her. But it could have been protection. And not only that, since we had a bad situation, and she had so many kids, she just gave me away so that I was protected.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she only had a 5th grade education, and she never worked before, and she always cooked and cleaned and stuff. So she chose the man. Exactly, Stephanie. She chose the man and the money because she had all these other kids. Trust and believe, I got a big family. I got nothing but brothers. I got 17 in all together, but not from that one mom. But I've got 17 altogether. But yeah. Wow. And that's why, because, okay, when you're in the system, they don't put all the kids together. And you don't know where all the kids are at and everything. And so when we were talking about the cupcake case, and everybody was like, we were talking about the cupcake case, and everybody was talking about how Dominique was dogging April, and then April was like, you know, being nice to him. And I had to tell everybody and let everybody know, listen, she's got another child with that man. It's hard for her to say something negative because he still got visitation rights with the other child. Mm-hmm. So you got to know what, you know, sometimes you look at it and say, I wouldn't say this to this person or that or whatever. But then that mother's in that situation, and she knows that that man still has visitations. So therefore, she may not say something negative right now because one child is already gone. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Kimberly says, look at the blessings now. God is a perfect God. Yes, he is.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But look at the. So did your mom ever apologize?
You know, I'm from one of them black families that's a family secret, but everybody know about it, but they don't talk about it. But when I was younger, when you're a kid, you look like you a liar, or if somebody take you away and they don't take nobody else away and they the one doing whatever they doing, you look like the liar to you. You like, I didn't even want to come back home. And then the thing, like I said, the good thing about it was my aunt that did raise me, she was rich. So I learned the poor side of the family and I learned the rich side of the family. And it was totally different. And I didn't think like, I thought the same way how I was being raised, because I left my mom's house at the age of like 6 or 7, but my aunt raised me until I was 12, and then my aunt died. But my aunt, she never worked a day in her life. She was rich. And I would tell you guys who her daughter is, but she was a famous actor on TV. But nevertheless, we had models come in from Macy's to show us the clothes. Sitting there the first night we got there, the models come in and they're putting on their clothes. They put on the clothes and they walk. And me and my cousin sitting there and we wondering, Annie, why you got us looking at these kids with these clothes? And they was like, how do you like it? I'm like, it's all right, or whatever. And we like, dang, we want to go play. And my aunt said, which one do you like? So I'm like, I better say something nice. Maybe she'll let us go out and play. I don't want to look at these other kids walk around with all these clothes and stuff, So I said, I liked it that one and I liked it that one. She says, okay, that's for you. We did not know that these girls were our size, our build. We never go shopping because my aunt was paralyzed from the waist down. We never go shopping. They always have to come in and show us the clothes in front of us in our living room, and we pick out what we wanted. And see, we were in the mindset and being jealous because these little girls is walking around, prancing around, putting on clothes. But God had took me from this bad situation where we were eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches to now having maids and butlers and shopping in our own comfort of my aunt's home.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, honey, talk about protection.
Yes. He put a hedge over me. And see, that's what people don't realize. We're looking at all the bad stuff, like, oh, my mom don't want me. Oh, there's some sexual perverted things going on. Oh, I'm too young. Let me tell you something. When your back is up against the wall, you can learn anything quickly. And I tell you what, you think it's probably a curse. It don't have to be a curse. He put me in a good situation. He put me in such a good situation. I was like, I don't even want to go back home. And I wasn't. My aunt was going to actually keep me, forever. But then after that, she died in my arms. And, that kind of, I would read our book, SP. I would read your book. You would read it, the biz. Oh, my goodness. People are something else. I had to close down the chat, Winston, because my hour was up. So I was just letting you know. But I feel better just talking about it. That's why I tell people they're my family. They don't believe they're my family. But, I talk about it. But if I got really deep down, I try to clean it up. But if I got deep down into it, oh, you guys, you would feel the pain. Trust me, you would feel the pain.
Yeah, you would. You would absolutely would.
Because when people that you love betray you and will not provide for you, and they seem like they don't want you, you wondering what's wrong with you. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. And then then you go out into this world and how this world treats you. You're not good enough, and are you too big? You too black? You too bougie? You too clingy? It's somebody, it's always going to be somebody that don't like you. And so then you trying to measure up and add up to what they want you to be. And what you need to be is be real and be 100 and be yourself.
Exactly.
And then you will find happiness because that's the way God made you and that's the way you should be.
Mm-hmm.
Quit trying to make everybody else happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But I thank God for everything. And so when people be like trying to think like, you this, you that, or whatever, I say, honey, trust me, you don't want to walk in my shoes. You don't want to walk in my shoes. Because some people, they try to tell me, well, I'm trust and believe. I've heard it all, where they say they went through this and they went through that. And I say, okay. They be like, oh, that's nothing to you. No, it's nothing to me. Because if I told you my story, you would say you're a liar. And I say, no, I'm not.
You're welcome,
No.
Gold. You're welcome.
But
Thank you.
it's that dark and deep. It's so dark and deep, you wouldn't believe it if I told it to you.
Oh, yes. Yes. You can help somebody telling you. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely help somebody telling your story. Oh,
Yeah, but the
absolutely.
problem with that is sometimes when you try to tell people your story, then there's other people, they just want to use it against you and be like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? They figure out a way to hurt you, so then they want to be like, yeah, that's why this or that's, and that can get people really.
And then especially when you tell your story and you tell them where you came from, and now you have what you have, they're like, oh, remember when you used to be a nobody? Remember when you used to be this?
Exactly. And I try to help women because because I made a lot of bad mistakes. Sometimes women think that they can be with a man and he takes good care of her. He buys her everything, pays all the bills. There's a price that comes with that. You
Mm-hmm.
got to do everything that man tells you to do when he wants you to do it. And then if you don't, everything gets cut off right
Yeah.
then and there. And you trust and believe not everything he tells you you're going to be in agreement with.
Yeah,
My mother
absolutely.
taught me that.
Yeah, there's always going to be people, negative people to tear you down. Absolutely. But what you have to do is to show them that you can keep going. And it's even sometime in these YouTube streets. In the YouTube streets, there's always a negative person to tear you down.
Oh yeah. And don't it be always our own kind?
Honey, too snap with a twist, honey.
You be like, why? All the people in the world that you can go and deal with and badger, you want to come and badger somebody that ain't got nothing but I got 5 cents above $1 more than you, and you mad.
Honey, child, it'll be the own kind that want to tear you down, that want to say
Yeah,
you ain't nothing. Oh, trust you can't. Oh, trust you cannot. No one take away my. Absolutely, no one can take away your joy. Absolutely, it'll be your own kind that want to tear you down and say, "Oh, who you think you is? You monetize now. You think you this and you think you that." Child, listen.
yeah. And then the sad thing about it, and I try to explain to people, if you just work with each other and build each other up, you never know. You might be helping somebody build up, or they might be helping you, or whatever. Keep that relationship as much as you can. You never know down the road. Yeah, they may be far behind right now, but you know what? It only takes one video. It only takes one live stream, and things can change. Things can change for the better good. They be done past you and everything. You sitting there talking about somebody talking about, I got this and I got that. They be done switched up and passed you a long time ago. You sitting there,
Absolutely.
you said
Absolutely. Because the person you
subscribers.
talking about with the
Next
person
morning,
is
got 235 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. You like, what the heck just happened? Just
mm-hmm.
CL can do it.
Absolutely. Because the person they talking about is the person that very determined and want to win, want to do something with their life. Absolutely.
I love people that have that high energy, and I'll never take it away from them. Whether it comes back and stab me in the back later on, if that person show me that they have that drive and that energy, yeah, I'm going to try to support them. And I don't regret it, regardless if I get stabbed in the back later on or whatever, or I feel like we're not on the same level or whatever. I still see that energy in a person that was willing to take that step and that drive, and if only they keep going the route that they're going, instead of trying to tear everybody down like some crab to get to the top. Because guess what? What you're trying to set a trap for somebody else, it's going to come back and you're going to fall into that trap.
Oh, yes. It will come back.
It's just a matter of time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The world is crooked. The world is cooked. And I just have to watch, and you just have to watch yourself. Yeah, absolutely. You do.
Exactly.
You have to watch yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Soldier Girl said we need to learn and love one another. We do. But it's so hard when people are bashing at you.
Oh, child.
It's so hard.
I don't get it. It's in and out of the YouTube streets. And the worst place people do it is Facebook.
Oh, I don't even have Facebook. Don't want it. Don't want it. My husband told me, he told me a long time ago, I already felt like Facebook was not for me, but then he got in some trouble on some Facebook. So he shut it down, and he was like, honey, I don't want you, because you may not know something, and next thing I know, your mouth that get you in some trouble. And it did, and it will, because sometimes I don't bite my tongue. I don't try to let people see that part in me, but sometimes I will not bite my tongue, and I will just bluntly say what I need to say, and I'll smash out. But I'm glad I don't have Facebook, because I see what they do on there. People killing people on there.
Listen, I just laugh at the haters and let them be your motivators. Absolutely, angels. Honey, good morning, Muffins World. How you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. Honey, listen, let me tell you, the minute you tell them, oh, your daughter needs their hair done, or they feel you better than them, you live in a different place than them, child, they will go on Facebook and they will do a live, and they will tell you, let me tell you about SB News. It's better than me, or let me tell you about It's Me One. Honey, they will be on there for an hour, and they will tag you in the live too,
Oh, they do that on YouTube. They be on there for more than an hour. I just be like, people tell me all the time, I be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to put my energy and my positive energy in perspective, because here's the funny thing. Even though that is negative, it's still, advertising. People want to see who SP is and what she says. And so, and then sometimes they'll find that I'm not what they say. Sometimes they come in and they want to badger me too. And then I'll tell them something. But, like some people, they knew, because I told everybody, I said, I am a pastor's wife.
Good morning,
so they knew that. And then they started wanting to badger me because I was like, she's supposed to do this and she's supposed to do that. But I tell you what, I don't think there's a book that tell me what I need, what I'm supposed to do. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, just, I don't look at it like that. What I look at is, that's my husband. He is a pastor, but that's my husband. That's it. I mean, when I met him, he was just a man that I was interested in. He didn't tell me he was a pastor, regardless of that or anything. And we wanted to share our lives together.
Because he wanted to keep them separate. Because sometimes when you collide your relationship and church, and what you do in church and your role in church with your relationship, sometimes it can tend to clash.
Exactly.
And if a person is not church or their spiritual belief, love this channel. Thank you so much. If their relationship is if the person is not, if they're spiritual but they're not church, it can cause them to break up, because you're forcing a person to go to church. You're forcing a person to do something that they don't want to do.
Exactly. Some people, the minute that you tell them that you're this or you're that, like say, for instance, I say, you know, I'm the president of KG&E, which is an electric company. Then people start acting different towards me. They be like, "Oh, could you give me a job?" Or, you know, I can do this and I can do that. But if I don't tell them that, and I come in the room and I say, "Hey, can I get you some coffee or something?" And then we sit down and we chit chat, they're gonna be true with me. They're gonna be, "Girl, I done came in here for this job interview, and you know, I just need a little bread so I can do this." You know, they're gonna tell me the truth. But if they knew if I was the president of the company, they're not gonna sit there and tell me the truth. So I you know, I wasn't upset when he didn't tell me that that was his title, but later on, because I just felt like, you know, like, "Hey, why are you choosing me?"
In your mind, you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to change the way I dress. I'm gonna have to change the way I approach people in public, and I'm gonna have to hold my tongue to certain things that I say because people are gonna use it against me. But he did it that way so that you can make the choice, you know, if you want to take on that role.
Right. Exactly. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're almost 2 hours into this live. We got 5 minutes to go.
Yes, honey.
I'm getting hot.
Yes.
This was a great chat.
It was. It really was. Thank you so much, SB.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yes, it was a great show. So you guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can ask them now. Any comments, concerns, you know. Welcome to the live. Thank y'all for coming in. Soldier Girl is saying, okay. Love this topic. You're going to do this again. If you want to, we'll come up with some more topics. If you guys want SB back, we can have her back again. If you want to, you know, she's always open to do this. I'll do it again if you like.
It was just hard getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning while y'all getting up at 7.
Yeah. See, we're 2 different time zones, guys. So yeah, 2020. Yeah, absolutely. 2020 is here. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah, I think the next time that if we do this, I think it's going to be better because we're growing and we're learning as we go. And I was trying to get this other phone so I could have put that link in there. I did put it in there one time, Winston, but I mean, I need to have a better setup so it would run a little bit smoother. But it still did pretty, you know, I had a good time. I enjoyed the conversation. That's my therapy. I tell people all the time, y'all my family, because I'm going to tell y'all this stuff. I'm going to tell it to somebody.
Yes, Rebecca is saying hi to Leo. Welcome, motivation here. How you doing? Thank you for coming in.
And I want to say one thing before I leave. Everybody that's in the chat, if you have not subscribed to It's Me Winston, yes, honey, subscribe to his channel, you guys, because we're going to be flopping and flipping and coming over here and doing these things. And I love this type of conversation, just free and let it go. It is nothing strict. I don't have nothing in here saying say this or say that. I just don't. What you see is what you get.
Absolutely. Sneakers and fashion.
I love you guys.
You guys are free to connect, but no self-promotion, please. No self-promotion. No self-promotion. Okay, wait, hold on. Muffins World is saying hi to Leo. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I'm missing a comment. Someone asked where we was from. Everybody has a story. It may help another person in their absolutely. Everybody has a story, and it may help a person in their journey. Absolutely.
And you know, I think if people would come out and tell their story, then yes. But if you keep it to yourself and then you judging other people and stuff, you know, no.
It may help. G Kicks is from North Carolina. I'm from New York. SB from Kansas, right?
Yes.
Yes, Kansas in the building. North Carolina. I believe we have Jersey in the building. I really enjoyed this topic. I want to thank you guys for sharing. Much love for you both. Absolutely. We'll do it again. You know, it's a little struggle for both of us in the morning
Thank
time.
you, Queenie. And I want to thank everybody coming over here and just giving your boy Winston your time. You guys are great. I love this family, and we're gonna grow all together. There's not gonna be no animosity. And you guys, if you can, just always try to come on. And if you can't do nothing else, just come on and support us that way. I appreciate every last one of you guys. I love you.
Yes, 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 yes. We love you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. You guys check out SPs, check out each other's channel that's in the channel. You know, check out each and every person. Don't really feel free to connect with them, leave comments. You know, the next time I'll be live again is for Morning Time Talk tomorrow again. Probably sometime maybe next week or the following week we'll have SB News again for another topic. She does a lot of open discussions, and she is starting a nonprofit for kids. So you guys check her out as well. You know, also yours, the boy Leo. He goes live. He does a lot of reviews on music. He does a lot of different great videos. You know, he's one of my faithful minds. And also we have Angels in the building. She does videos on Reborns, which is actually a good one. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, SB, and it's me, Watson. Yes, you guys have a great day. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for being here. Have a good day, as my co-host just left. So you guys, thank you for coming in. Love y'all. Have a great day. Thank y'all for being here. Hi, everybody. It's me, Winston. Yes, honey.